Hi guys, it's Dr. Joel, and today we're going to talk about a heavy topic, anxiety and depression. And oh my gosh, I'm telling you, what I notice in my office here in Naples, Florida, is so many people are coming in and checking off, I have anxiety, I have depression. It's almost scary and sad. There are millions of Americans today that are suffering from anxiety and depression, and more young children and teenagers are as well. And I believe it's because our poor lifestyle choices, not moving our bodies, not feeding our bodies properly, not feeding our minds properly. I mean, we're stuck on social media for hours every single day, and it's a fake world. I mean, everybody just posts their like highlight moments, and they put filters on their pictures to make themselves look better. And then we look at that and say, oh, I wish I was like that. My life sucks compared to them. And we compare ourselves, and that leads to a hopeless state, and hopelessness leads to anxiety, and it leads to depression. I believe there are several issues with the way we treat, with the way we deal with anxiety and depression, and I want to just hit on two of them. Number one is basically the concept of a chemical imbalance. You know, doctors will tell you that, oh, it's because you have a chemical imbalance, that's why you're depressed. Well, they've never done a test on you to determine if you have a chemical imbalance, and there's never ever been a test to determine if that is actually measurable in the first place. So they're selling you a bill of goods that is wrong, it is false. As a matter of fact, the chemical they're talking about is serotonin, and 95% of the serotonin in your body, in your brain, is created in your gut. So we talk about the gut-brain axis. Having to have a healthy gut to have a healthy brain is absolutely essential and absolutely necessary. Now, that being said, I want you to know that if a doctor tells you there's a chemical imbalance, that it is not true. Okay, that is false. That is not rooted in science, and you need to understand that so that you can make better decisions for your health. That might be a little bit harsh, and I understand I come from a harsh place, but I'm just seeing it way too often. Because when they tell you they have a chemical imbalance, the obvious solution is a pharmaceutical. And so they'll give you a medication, a drug, to fix the chemical imbalance that they've never detected in the first place, right? Now, the interesting part is that that chemical, what it does, its job, and they're usually SSRIs, that chemical's job is to block the breakdown of serotonin in your brain so it lasts longer. Now, ironically, serotonin reuptake inhibitors cause serotonin to stay in your brain longer, but if it stays in your brain longer, the side effect is anxiety and depression. So you're literally causing symptoms that you're trying to cure with the medications, you're causing them with the same medications that you're taking. It's insane. On top of that, the second issue with those meds is that they don't work better than a placebo. They work the same as a placebo. And a placebo is a sugar pill. So if I gave you a sugar pill and said, here, take the sugar pill, and this is going to make you feel better and less anxious and depressed, that works as well as a SSRI, as a real medication that you pay a lot of money, and there's billions of dollars that are made off these medications, right? And so the idea is it doesn't even work. It's only working in your brain. It's the placebo effect that's causing the results that it's having, yet the long-term effect of the medication is anxiety and depression. So we got to change the way that we deal with this. So I'm going to give you some very simple steps, but I want to say this, very powerful steps that change your brain, change the chemistry of your brain, change the chemistry of your gut, and allow you to live a healthy and hopeful life as opposed to a hopeless life leading to depression. So step number one is really simple. It's to change the structure and the morphology of the brain, and that is by making your brain focus on good things. So before you go to bed at night, 3 gratitudes. Simple. Write them down. And I'm not talking about, oh, I'm thankful for winning the lottery and some massive things that happened in your life. I'm talking about the little things. I'm thankful to be able to kiss my kids goodnight. I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for feeling the sun on my skin. Just very, very simple things, but it's going to train your brain to look for good things instead of being hopeless. Number 2, I'm going to ask you to take a walk on the beach at sunset. There's something about sunset that induces a sense of well-being in the body. Science shows that being in nature when the sun is setting stimulates good chemicals in your brain, and also you get exercise by walking, and exercise is so important for depression, but no one wants to get in exercise clothes and go to the gym when they feel terrible. So walk at sunset on the beach, especially if you live here in Naples, Florida. If you don't, go to walk at sunset wherever you can. Third thing, supplements. There are supplements that are absolutely key, like omega-3s, absolutely necessary if you're feeling anxious or depressed. You make sure you have EPA and DHA in your omega-3s. You might want to take 4 or sometimes up to 9 per day, depending on the concentration. Another supplement that is essential is vitamin D. Vitamin D has proven to decrease the symptoms of depression, but you'll take at least 5 to 10,000 IUs of vitamin D per day. The third thing I recommend is taking magnesium. Magnesium is the element of relaxation, and so magnesium has proven to be more effective than SSRIs in several studies. And so you want to take magnesium, either chlorine, threonate, or magnesium citrate. Those are the 3, and you want to take about 400 to 900 milligrams a day. Be careful, it does act as a laxative, so you might have to take smaller amounts in smaller quantities throughout the day to get that concentration. The last thing I recommend is a chiropractic adjustment. Chiropractic adjustments do not treat anxiety or depression, let me be very clear. However, they do release endorphins in the body that releases a sense of well-being, and they also balance the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for mood. So when you get an adjustment to your neck, to the cervical spine, it balances the prefrontal cortex, and that's why so many of my patients here in Naples, Florida, get off the table and they say, man, I just feel good. And I'm not talking about pain feeling good or feeling better from a headache or a back pain or anything like that. I'm talking about a wholeness, a wellness, a well-being that is missing from people who are anxious or depressed. So I'm just asking you to follow these simple steps and let me know right in the comments if you notice a difference. It'll take you about maybe 2 weeks or maybe 1 month of following these recommendations, and you'll already start to notice a difference. If you feel like this has been helpful, if the video has been helpful, I want you to share this with as many people as possible, because there are too many people suffering from something that with simple solutions can be reversed and can be these people can be made to feel whole and healthy again. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed filming it for you, and share it with as many people as you can. Have a great day.